Well, you know what I thought? We've had enough puppy playtime content. It is time we get back to our roots and Dark Deception Chapter 5. What is up, SmackNPie? SmackNPie here, and welcome back to another Dark Deception video here on the channel. So, Q&A happened by Vincent Living Dark Deception, and a lot of things were revealed during that stream. A lot of it related to monsters and mortals. Barely anything, if at all, for Evil Nun, the Broken Mask, unfortunately. But a lot of things for monsters and mortals. But today I wanted to talk about Chapter 5 in specific. There is not much here, unfortunately, but hey, as a news channel, you know, I gotta update with what we have here. So I watched through the entire Q&A, made a notepad list of everything related to everything. And before we get to Chapter 5, it was revealed in the Q&A, ladies and gentlemen, that books, you guys have heard me talk about books, Dark Deception books specifically, a lot here on the channel and on my Twitter as well. There's SmackNPie, you can follow me there. And I've said it countless times that I need them books. I need them Dark Deception books. I'm a lore guy. I am always fascinated by it. I'm here for it, right? And like one of my favorite parts in Dark Deception is the lore and how, you know. But the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that Vincent Living's revealed during the Q&A that Dark Deception book numero uno, I think that's how you say it, is finished. Let me repeat myself. Dark Deception book 1 is finished. It is done. Like, Dark Deception book number 1 is done. And even greater news is that book number 2 is in development, is in production. But it's a big news. It's a big deal. He did give us hints regarding to what kind of story we'll be getting in the books. The books will be tackling a new cast and Malak. I think. I'm not quite sure yet. Evan's story is not being tackled here from what I've heard so far from the Q&As and whatnot, but a new cast and Malak will be tackled in the books. As you guys know, we will be covering the book here on the channel. If you have seen Doggo's FNAF book coverage, it's gonna be something like that. We're gonna be doing, you know, what you need to know about the book, the story and lore, and then separate couple theory videos explaining the lore and characters separately. So make sure to stay tuned, make sure you subscribe and notifications on. But I'm so excited for it. Now let's talk about Chapter 5. So, like I said, not much has been confirmed, and unfortunately Chapter 5 is gonna have to suffer a lot in marketing sense because there are only 2 levels in Part 1, and unfortunately 10th portal will not be revealed, right? They said they'll show more when the time comes, but we can safely say that 10th portal unfortunately will not be revealed because in Chapter 4, the way the marketing was handled is that all 3 levels were known. All 3 levels were known. All 3 levels and their characters, characteristics, even the areas were known. So all we had to do was just theorize, and Vince was slowly revealing everything, and by the time Chapter 4 dropped, we kinda knew almost everything, which is why it was so good. Which is why Chapter 4 days were so good. Where Chapter 5 is struggling is that not only it's only 2 levels, 1 less than Chapter 4, but also it's struggling because 1 level is completely need to be surprised. The whole level is based on surprises. So you only have mannequins, and right now is not the time for Vincent Livings to showcase anything regarding mannequins. So we are, as Dark Deception fans, in an unfortunate situation. So what do we have from the Q&A? Well, it says he will show teasers from Mall. We will have teasers soon, not just the sketch ones, but like actual teasers like we used to have back in the day in Chapter 4, and he only said soon, which means not in March. Maybe in March, maybe at the end of the March, because March is completely, if you don't know, I've made a video on it. I actually have made a video on it, but I haven't posted on YouTube. What am I talking about? So let's push it here. In March, there are 3 things releasing related to Dark Deception. Yandere Simulator DLC, number 1. It could happen at the end of this month, late February, but I'm not gonna put my money on late February. So Yandere Simulator DLC, full DLC. I'll post that video later anyway. Then Poppy Playtime DLC has also been confirmed to be dropping in March. No joke, no cap. It is dropping in March next month. Poppy Playtime DLC with Kissy Missy as Mortal, Huggy Wuggy as Boss, Traps, and Playtime Company as Map. And finally, Corey X Kenshin as a US creator, Mortal DLC will also drop in March. So a lot of Monsters and Mortals stuff next month, so it barely leaves any room for Dark Deception Chapter 5 to shine. And not just that, he also said that Evil Nun and the Broken Mask will also get some sort of news in March. So there is no plan for Chapter 5 for March at the moment, so forget Mall teaser coming soon. Mall teaser coming in April, early April or late March, that's what I'm saying. But I hope something happens in between. I hope in March, you know, we get some Mall teasers. As long as we can have 1 to 2 to 3 teasers per month, I'm here for it. I'll take it, alright? But let's move on. Then it was revealed that there will be a lot of mannequins, and not just that, not only a huge quantity of mannequins, but also a variety, different varieties of mannequins. So in the end screen, we've seen a female mannequin model, right? It doesn't need to be all female related. Then you have different variety of mannequins. We've seen some spikes. We could be seeing some other completely different models. This is something that Vincent Livingstone has assured us in the Q&A, that you only seen like 1 or 2 mannequins, one from the game files and one from the end screen, but there are different variety of mannequins that we'll get to see, but there are a lot of them. We're gonna come back to mannequins in just a second, but when somebody asked, will there be a joke ending? Like in Silent Hill, you know, every Silent Hill you had a dog ending, which is called the joke ending. We call it, community called it the canon ending, where everything that has happened in the game was being controlled by a dog in a space station. I don't know, it's a space station, but it's a station where he was controlling it, and the main protagonist would find out by going into that room and seeing the dog. He's like, what are you doing? Dog, what are you doing, dog? Bro, come here, let me give you a treat. This was raised obviously because, you know, Silent Hill is a major inspiration for this game. Vince Living said that no, there are no joke ending. This game is anything but joke. It started as a joke, but then it turned very serious by chapter 4. There is no joke ending, but there are a bunch of jokes in chapter 5. I wonder who will make jokes in chapter 5. You guessed it, Malak and Beers. Well, there was also one other thing that has been confirmed, that Doug Hauser, our main protagonist, will have a ton to say in chapter 5. It's gonna be obviously like written text, just like we saw in chapter 4, but I was kind of hoping that, you know, you hear his voice, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Then it was revealed that there will be no hints for chapter 5 portals, like the 10th portal and 11th portal. It's an unfortunate thing, but like I said in the beginning of this video, this is one thing that we have to deal with as Star Recipient fans. We have to hype it ourselves, because there isn't going to be much from the developers on this aspect. They have to keep it a secret, they have to keep it a surprise, and we gotta deal with it. Well, we gotta deal with it. Coming back to the mannequins at hand, it is revealed that mannequin level, it does have a name, but since we're way too early, like chapter 5 is way ahead, it's not coming anytime soon. They don't want to give away names. If you remember, for names specifically, we did a live stream. I asked you guys on my YouTube community page that, hey, chapter 4 level names, all 3 level names, let me know in the YouTube community, and you guys made predictions. And then I did a live stream, and I read every single chapter 4 level name submitted by you guys. It was such a fun stream, and then we did chapter 3 S rank. Anyways, the point is, that was kind of close to chapter 4 release, so that's exactly what's happening here, that they do have a name, but they won't reveal it just in case they want to change it later because of the development. You know, sometimes you want to change it, so anything can happen. It's not revealing anytime soon. Then coming back to the lore at hand, people asked about, you know, Malak, and we will get to see more of him in chapter 5. It is revealed that Vincent Livingstone that you'll get to see more of Malak in chapter 5, but not only that, you get to see like the outer realm of Malak outside of where we are right now. We'll get to see more of that, and even more so that Malak will play a big role, not just in chapter 5, but in the mall. In the mall, which is huge. So I'm here for it. I want Malak to come in every once in a while, just mess with us, you know? Just come as we're collecting soul shards, just drop in. Not himself like as real, but just like one of his clones. Just drop in, start chasing us, have some dialogues, and people like, what is he doing here? And just disappear. We can also go as far as to have him kill us if we touch him or get close to him. That would be cool, but Malak will play a bigger role in Mall and chapter 5. What we already knew has been confirmed, that there will be no more new powers anymore. We've exhausted all of our powers, but there are some surprises, he said, in chapter 5 that will be equivalent to the powers. He didn't say equivalent to the powers, I'm just adding that up because I don't know why I said that. Then one other major thing that has been confirmed is, it has actually been known, but it's happy that he reiterated that mannequins are blind. Yep, but they're really fast. So there is one ability that has been taken away from them, but there's another ability that makes it up for that. So they're blind, they can't see, but they're extremely fast. But somebody asked about Reaper nurses not being as fast at our speed boost. He said that because it diminishes other characters, other upcoming characters, aka Lucky and one more, and their fast ability. Like, Lucky's really fast. Like, he's really fast when he activates that speed boost. Same thing is happening here, mannequins. He said that don't complain if chapter 5 is hard. Don't complain if enemies are faster in chapter 5. These are his words, not mine, so mannequins, they will be fast. It was also revealed that Tammy is not the final boss. If you remember, I did a all monsters video, I'll put the link up in the cards, and I theorized that one of the monsters, aka bosses, could be Tammy. But here he's saying Tammy is not the final boss. Does that mean she can't be a boss? She can be a boss. Clarissa Leeshauser can be a boss. This just confirms that they're not the final boss, so you can watch that video, I go much in details. Also, if anyone is wondering, there is no name for Mannequin at the moment, so you just call them Mannequins, that's it. It was also confirmed that there will be more hazards other than Malak in Chapter 5, more dangerous hazards in Chapter 5, take it as you will. I was expecting a lot more hazards in Mama Bear level. I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but fortunately, it wasn't as extreme or rough as I was visioning it, so take this as you will, it can mean anything, literally. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, two things before we end this video is that Mole, the level Mole, it is not the biggest level in all of Dark Deception, but it is equal to the biggest maps in Dark Deception, and he specifically said Mama Bear level and Jojo Gang level. So Jojo Gang level is a big level, but Mama Bear level is even bigger than that. So he said it's equal to those levels, which should give us a sigh of relief because we're only getting 2 levels in Chapter 5. So the more gameplay, the better. The more gameplay, the more story, the more cutscenes, the better, because there are only 2 levels. I'm putting it out here. It is bound to be called a little bit disappointing than Chapter 4. I'm putting it right here, right now. I'm telling you, people will say that Chapter 5 wasn't as good as Chapter 4. I'm telling you right now, say whatever you want, alright? I will love it. I might even call it the best chapter in Dark Deception, but I'm telling you right here, right now, people will come out and say it's not as great as Chapter 4, but they will say that it's greater than Chapter 3. Hey, we all know, hey, even Vincent Livings agreed to that, so I can make that joke. Every chapter is better than Chapter 3. Let's move on. And finally, if anybody has been wondering, yo, Smack, when are they gonna release update for Dark Deception? The fans have been waiting for an update regarding Dark Deception, the base game. Well, it has been revealed that next month, yes, the next month, the biggest month in Dark Deception community, 3 DLCs for Monsters Immortals, even an update, the Broken Mask. We are also getting Dark Deception update, so big month for Dark Deception in March is gonna be a good one, and I'm here for it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I would leave you here. I will make a separate video on Monsters Immortals, even the Broken Mask, and other stuff related to Dark Deception community and holistic entertainment. So what do? It is very simple. If anybody can translate that last thing, I will heart your comment. I will read those comments. Let's see who can do it better.